Third straight win tonight. That first quarter, you guys really came out offensively. That mindset, 45 points.
Well, I mean, when you got one player that scores 21 of them, you're going to score a lot of points in a quarter. So he got it going early. He was fine. So when you see that, you just want to keep giving him the ball and let him go to work. So.
You know, a lot of times in this league, when you hear maybe a couple stars aren't playing, there's this letdown. What was the mindset for you guys coming in? No Murray, no Jokic, but it didn't seem to faze you guys.
Yeah, I think that we've I think if you watch enough basketball, you see how that can be real. So, yeah, the mentality was to, go out there and play our style of basketball, pay attention to the details, continue to play the game the right way, and then we would be successful. And we did that. I think the first and third quarter, second quarter was a little janky, and fourth quarter was really janky. So we got to clean those things up.
Gabe mentioned when he was getting interviewed by the media, a lot of people talk about the offense, but really it was the defense that's kind of tightened up since you guys came home.
Yeah, I think it's just all about trust and trusting in the schemes, trusting in one another. You can't. There's so many good players in this league that you're not going to ever be able to guard everybody one-on-one. You're going to have to do it with the team. So I feel like we've had each other's backs really well. Yeah, go ahead.
I know you're bummed that Dan's going to ask some questions.
Y'all get up. Y'all, you already talked? Y'all want to go get 21 and a quarter? I've never done that.
I know you're bummed Dan's going to ask some questions, but you told me the other day you shot a 67 on 18. Did you three-putt? Did I?
For sure. I've shot 5 under before, par 71 at this course. I've shot a 67 on a par 72. So I've shot 5 under a couple times, and that was to
putt on 18.
Eagle putt on 18. I had a chance to shoot 6 under, and was like, I'm not leaving this one short. So I hit it about 5-6 feet past, and didn't really care about the putt coming back because I wasn't going to be able to shoot a 66.
I did my research. I got people out there, just so you know. Go ahead, Dan.
It's like the 5th time I've heard you tell this story.
We're just mad you can't break 80.
That's true. I am very angry about it. To go really dig in on Luka's first quarter, his ability to kind of get to all 3 levels, especially when he's really comfortable. Like, you've tried to guard him before and been in that situation. What's it like seeing it as a teammate?
Oh, it's very fun. It's much better this way than the alternative. Trying to guard him in those situations is almost impossible because he shoots the 3 so well. He's willing to shoot the mid-range and get to the cup, but his passing is probably, in my opinion, one of his best attributes. So you always have to kind of stay home unless you want to give up a lob. And if you're trying to take the lob away with the low man, he's going to give up a corner 3. So, one really underrated thing about him is how strong he is, and it's hard to stay in front of him because he uses his strength so well.
Guys get off to hot starts like that. Like, some guys will come in and keep firing and stuff like that. He seems just as happy if he's able to facilitate it for someone else. How has that energy been, especially as you guys have tried to figure this out without a couple starters?
It's awesome. I mean, he continues to play the game the right way, and to be honest, I wanted him to keep firing them up because they were going in at a high rate. But like I said, he plays the game the right way. If he's got, if you blitz him, he's not trying to, race the big. He's, throwing it to the open guy and letting us play 4-on-3. So it makes it, pretty easy when you play the game the right way.
9 straight wins here at home. Is there anything extra to the way that you guys are playing and with the energy in this building that you're feeling?
I mean, we just play hard, and our fans have been great. Guys make shots when they're open more so at home than they do on the road historically, so that always helps and gives us an extra lift. But truly, it's been our defense on these stretches that's been propelling us forward.
JJ mentioned the defense, and on the offensive side, he talked about Luka kind of attacking the Reds early and then forced them into the fires and how that resulted in the blender and you guys getting open looks. What is the key kind of once that 4-on-3 happens and where you go, what space you feel, and how comfortable guys are right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's an advantage. So the game gets back to the simplicity of it. Someone's going to be open. You attack until you can't attack anymore and find the open man. We've done a good job of doing that, and we've taken care of the ball in those situations as well, which is huge for us.
Obviously, you guys have had ups and downs throughout this year, and you've been able to respond from them constantly when you've had the downs. What was it like coming back off that 4-game losing streak from the road, and how do you feel like you've responded taking care of this homestand thus far?
I think we just took it all as a learning lesson. I think everyone knows that was a tough stretch for us. Guys were down, guys stepped up. We had a couple really good game performance-wise from a number of people, but it just wasn't enough to get over the hump. And, we just can never get too high or too low and come back home and settle ourselves and just get back in the way we've been playing.
39 bench points for the Lakers tonight. I think, too, big game, when you're looking to make a big run, a deep run in the playoffs, you're going to need just about every guy hands on deck.
Yeah, and that's another thing I give the credit to the coaching staff. They figured out how to have a pretty good how they start players, who they decide to come off the bench is amazing. As you can see, 39 points. And when you got Luka on your team, I mean, you're going to get the lobs. It's Galoko. Your Connect's going to get his. Pretty good team effort.
It wasn't that long ago, they were like bottom 3 in the NBA in bench scoring. And James, Gabe Vincent, he's had a great couple months. Dorian Finney-Smith, when he's not, spot starting, pretty good effort off the bench. I just really like how those two guys in particular, energy in the offensive end, energy in the defensive end, because you need some bench punch. And they just didn't have it for the first maybe half the season. They've had a really nice turnaround, primarily because of those two guys. And, of course, our friend Jordan Goodwin, too, when they elevated him, started playing him more with the LA Lakers as opposed to the South Bay Lakers on that two-way deal. That helped, too.
Till Rui and LeBron had to sit out, though. I think they did have a good stretch where they could really get into a rhythm and groove and were healthy, and they've been able to just keep that going.
Yeah, they've been able to pick up the pieces, with LeBron and Rui and without them. So I just think that's all due to when everyone knows their role, everyone knows what the philosophy of the team is, you can pick up the pieces each night, regardless of who's in there. So they've been able to do that with two of their most important players out. But when you add Luka to that and Pistol Pete Reaves, you got some big-time production. And you know what else I like, Allie, too, is I like the fact that Vanderbilt and Dodo and I think now Goodwin, they get together before the game, and they talk about what they need to do as
third straight win tonight. That first quarter, you guys really came out offensively, that mindset, 45 points.
Well, I mean, when you got one player that scores 21 of them, you're going to score a lot of points in a quarter. So he got it going early. He was frying. So when you see that, you just want to keep giving him the ball and let him go to work. So.
A lot of times in this league, when you hear maybe a couple stars aren't playing, there's this letdown. What was the mindset for you guys coming in? No Murray, no Jokic, but it didn't seem to faze you guys.
Yeah, I think that we've I think if you watch enough basketball, you see how that can be real. So yeah, the mentality was to go out there and play our style of basketball, pay attention to the details, continue to play the game the right way, and then we would be successful. And we did that. I think the first and third quarter, second quarter was a little janky, and fourth quarter was really janky. So we got to clean those things up.
Gabe mentioned when he was getting interviewed